The Central Bank of Nigeria has just released a policy on cashless economy, whereby individuals cannot transact in terms of withdrawal or deposits beyond 150,000 naira per day. Corporate organizations as well are affected with minimum of 1 million naira per day in terms of withdrawal and deposits. Proshare WebTv came into the streets to find out from Nigerians what they think about this new policy.
To me, it is like doing the right thing at the wrong time. How many of our people that have been given proper orientation? The Ministry of Orientation and National Strategy, we have not really seen its work. Many of our market women are not even the so-called, those of us, the educated ones, how many of us have really been tutored about this? So giving ourselves that limit, 150,000, to all the civil servants, well, maybe, but what of those, the real market, the businessmen and women?
It's a sequel to your suggestion that there should be some level of awareness being done first and orientation about it. What are the advantages that you think it portends for Nigerian economy?
The first thing I have mentioned is going to reduce that fraud, like all these people that are very, very proficient in, using all this 419. It is based on cash. But if it is check, if there is anything that you doubt about that, you can easily send your message to the place that they will cash it, and immediately they will stop it. They won't be able to. In fact, it will reduce that fraud, that level of fraudulent practices. It's good. But then, like I have said at the initial stage, there are steps. A baby has to crawl before it walks.
I don't know. This thing is going to be so frustrating. But as per whether it will work or it will not work in Nigeria, it is too early for me to say. But all I say is they know better, perhaps based on information or data that they have. So the public should be well educated of the alternative payment channels, so that with this now, people will now know what to do. And another thing, this is a system that nobody trusts anybody. We have a lot of fraudulent activities. If I use my card and pay another person, how will that person now believe me as pay? Release the goods to me that I have paid for. The person can receive money actually into his or her accounts, but may refuse to release goods to me.
Okay, now if I go buy anything now, like they buy something for my hand, like 1 million naira, they say they no go give you. How you go do? The man you no get account, you no go to school, you don't know anything. How you go do? You see? So this would beg the government. This matter make you continue again. No light. I do understand. If like there's some many things they go send for computer. This is send for handset. But now no way they go say no network, no light, nothing. So go enter another wahala.
Testimony in Lagos alone will not help matter, you know, so now. They should generalize it in other states too. Yes or no? Because if I'm doing business in Nigeria, if I'm lifting Nigeria here, and I am to go to under states, like other states to carry out the business, and my cash will be paid to me here. So the system is not a uniform one. You're going to feed the businessman, yes or no? If I'm doing business, for example, in Lagos State or in Imo State, for example, and I'm to be paid in Imo State, and the business is to be done here in Lagos State, just imagine that system. So the system is not complete one.
What are the reasons for it? To reduce the amount of naira in circulation? I mean, thinking about it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's something that you would expect in a developed economy, and since Nigeria is already aspiring to become a developed economy, at least, well, to become a top 20 economy by 2020, it's a step in the right direction. However, there are concerns in terms of infrastructure. It seems, of course, a lot that needs to have been done hasn't yet been done. So really, that remains a big concern for people who have to carry out transactions in large amounts. So really, I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction, but a lot still needs to be done, to make it convenient and comfortable for people to carry out their transactions, even in the cashless environment. The key challenge is around networks. I mean, there are times when you go to shops, you want to use your POS. I mean, you want to use the POS terminal they say there's no network on the machine. I mean, that's a critical one. If you can solve that, I think that helps. I mean, it takes care of a lot of challenges. So I think that's a key one, you know, is that regarding the ICT infrastructure that needs to accompany this, that needs to back it up, that I think needs to still be sorted out. If you don't sort that out, then it remains a big challenge, really.
In a religious institution, how do you think this will have some kind of negative effects, whereby someone wants to pay tithe and they pays thousands of naira as tithe, and then it will be time for the church to go and remit their funds in the bank? And then as an institution, the limit you can remit is 1 million naira per day. How do you think this would affect the church? And what kind of solution would you prefer?
I go to one such church, and one of the things that people have been encouraged to do these days is, you know, to write checks instead of course, dropping cash in the offering basket. People are also being encouraged to do direct transfers. I mean, so transferring money directly from your account to the church's account. So instead of, you know, writing a check for your tithe, you can even direct. I mean, you can debit your, you can do a direct transfer from your account to the church's account for your tithe and, you know, for your offering. You know, it's just a case of, instead of having to pay your offering and tithe every Sunday like you normally do, it becomes a case of doing maybe every week or even every month. Since you already know how much your tithe is, you do a direct transfer from your own account to the church account for your tithe and maybe for your offering. So it just changes dynamics a bit in terms of, okay, lift up your offering your offering on Sunday. That's no longer the case now. It's more a case of, you know, you do a direct transfer and then you just trust God that, okay, well, I mean, you've paid your tithe, you've paid your offering, it's done, really. It changes things slightly, but really, I don't see it affecting too much, really.
Do you see this system promoting more of dot checks around?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it also helps you in terms of your own spending. If you're not carrying out too much cash, I think it helps monitor your spending. You are sure where your money is going. At least you can track how you're spending your money. If you have to use a POS terminal at the end of the day when you get your statement, you see where your money has gone, as opposed to, you know, taking out cash and then you don't know exactly how you spent it. So really, it helps along those lines, definitely.